Hello and good morning to all. I'm Adam Gilchrist, and with me for this exciting contest is Michael Atherton, Mel Jones, and the one and only Ali Mitchell.
Always a pleasure to sit alongside you in the commentary box.
Thanks, Ali. We go out to the middle now. Big decision coming up.
A lot in this pitch for the bowlers. I feel it's a good call to bowl first. As captain, you'll feel you can get some early wickets and expose this lineup, and then they'll be in a great position batting later.
The umpire signals that we're ready to go. First ball of the innings about to be bowled. Great shot through the gap. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder.
Forward.
Trouble! Now the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery. Over the infield with a cracking shot.
That was a lovely flowing drive through the covers to pick up the 4.
Boundary last ball. What's to come this delivery, I wonder? Was quick onto that in the infield. Misses. That's a big chance gone begging.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
Edward, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the south end. Drive straight down the ground, mid-on will collect that one though.
Well bowled.
They've gone up here. Doesn't beat the infield. Edward over pitches and pays the price. Great shot by the batter. That could be 4.
It just looks so easy. Gets onto the front foot and eases through the ball. They can just stand and admire that shot.
Don't always mind getting hit for runs. What's important is just focus on getting the next delivery right. Seems to have misjudged that one. Ouch. Cuts that off well in the infield.
End of the second over. The score is now 15 for none.
The right armour is coming on to bowl. Dodd ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket. Can't get that outside the ring field. Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Simple as you like. The batter didn't bother to look at more than one delivery in that over. Didn't time it at all and mid-on with an easy catch.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing they...
Ferguson, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
A little bit of wobble on that ball, as it's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot, though.
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Fantastic running, turned 2 into 3 there.
Yep. 4 runs. They were so still at the crease, just a slight movement forward. Fabulous shots.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms.
Waiting.
Couldn't get it through the field. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through. They've got busy working the ball around and hitting boundaries in between. It's a good setup for a strong finish.
Ferguson, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the north end.
The half-century's in sight. More shots like that and they'll be well on their way to 100.
That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs.
Yes.
Oh, nice catch. Great reactions. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the air, and they've taken a good catch.
Well, the end of a productive innings. It didn't quite ignite into fireworks as we would have hoped, but still solid work.
Yeah, great opportunity to prove the critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team.
She's got her tail up.
Massive outside edge. Finds the fielder with that shot. Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. No, no, no. Terrible shot.
They've done well. Sometimes after the power play, the run rate can drop a bit, but the batters have kept up the intent they had early on, and this run chase looks secure.
Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring. Does very well to quickly get across to this one.
I think that's called for the front foot. Not by much, but that doesn't matter.
They're going to go in for the kill with this delivery. It's up to the new batter to make sure the fielding side doesn't pick up any more momentum. Wow, that's missed the lot. Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. Right arm far.
A little bit of wobble on that ball, as it's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot, though.
Huge edge. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Pulled away, but straight to square leg. Nice shot, just a flick off the pads.
A poor delivery, and you don't pass up chances like that. Crashed away for 4.
Doyle has gotten the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits.
Been some really good overs strung together. They've taken some risks. Along with some good running, a very good total is on the way.
Cleaver from the south end. Clever shot, moved across the line of the ball and just clipped it away. Fine leg won't stop that. Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary.
Well, you never knew which way this match was going. A great finish to a super match that had everything.
That's the end of our broadcast for now. Hope you enjoyed the match and join us again real soon. Hello and good morning.
Well, they're going to have a bowl. Not too surprising given the conditions.
Hester to get us underway. Nice. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder.
Ferguson watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Going with pace now.
The right armour is coming.
Beats the cover fielder. Nice shot.
This is a masterclass of batting. Reads the length, gets forward, dispatches it to the boundary.
Good contest here at the moment. 4 off the last ball. It'll be interesting to see how the bowler can respond. Nearly gets the edge. Hester with a great delivery there. That's a strong appeal. What's the umpire's decision? Goes over the top with that shot.
What a lovely shot. Really good timing. Race to the boundary.
I'd like to see them just aim for the top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Was quick onto that in the infield. On that nicely, good defence. That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being placed on the batters here. Clark. Can't get that outside the ring field. Beats the outside edge. Good bowling there. Misses everything. Couldn't get it through the field.
Four down, and it feels like they're stuck in first gear at the moment. Need to go up and...
Straight drive, mid-off will cut that one off. And caught deep mid-off with a simple catch. In the air, and that's a straightforward catch to mid-off.
That's a great win. It really did feel that the first innings displayed put enough runs on the board.
Good morning, everyone.
Going to bat first. Well, a bit of a surprise call. Can't see the benefit in batting in these conditions, and the bowlers will have a spring in their step.
The umpire signals that we're ready to go. First ball. With the fall of that wicket, the new batter comes out to the crease. They're quick to take guard and face up. Finds the fielder with that shot.
End of the over. The batting team are now on 24 for 2.
Small. Can't get that outside the ring field.
Well, that was just an awesome delivery. Whizzed past the batter, and the umpire says that's the first of 2.
Doesn't beat the infield. Really well timed there.
Doesn't even wait to see if the ball's going to do anything. Onto the front foot, punches it away to the boundary.
I'd like to see them aim for top of off now. As a bowler, you've got to make them play on your terms. Needs a direct hit. Misses everything. Henry ends what has been a tidy over. Just needed to top it off with a wicket.
End of the over. The batting team are now 36 for 2.
On that nicely. Good defence. Couldn't get it through the field.
End of the over. The batting team are now on 38 for 2.
Quick onto that in the infield. End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just need to take a wicket to make it a neck. Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Ah, that's got to hurt. Misjudged that one. dug that out well.
Great shorter ball. Well played, though. Didn't flinch and was able to leave the ball comfortably. That's the end of the short stuff for this over.
Another good over comes to an end as they continue to build some pressure. A bit of left arm wrist.
Change of bowling. The fast bowler comes into the attack.
A lovely shorter ball, just keeping them honest. Still got a chance to use another one this over.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
Well, a few short balls this over to try and unsettle them. That'll be the last one we see this over.
Straight to the fielder. Good pick-up, run-outs on if the throw's good. Good bowling, kept it nice and tight and made it hard to score runs. Craig from the north end. Over down. The bowling side is building good momentum as they continue to tighten the score. Wicket! Knocks back the stumps, just stunning bowling.
An innings that promised.
And with that wicket, the new batter will mark centre. Just needs to rotate the strike early on as they get settled into their innings. Huge appeal. Times that shot to perfection. There's a chance if this hits. Could that be out? Looks like it. Oh, great run out.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end.
The right arm medium bowler is coming on to bowl from the south end. Edged. Time to put the squeeze on now. Found the edge the last ball. Just need to keep hitting that same spot again. Yes. Oh no, what a chance! But that is racing to the boundary. Always difficult to focus after what happened the last ball, but just got to stay positive and believe the wicket will come. On that nicely, good defence. Ferguson has had a pretty good over. Just needed a little bit more luck to find a wicket. McKay from the north end.
Wait on.
Dug that out well. Digs out the Yorker.
Yep. Keeper's end.
Picks the gap with ease.
And that brings up the
Well, that was a poor delivery. You can't bowl there, and it got what it deserved. A good innings, that's 50. A simple raise of the bats. Thumbs up to their batting partner, and they're ready to go again.
The over comes to an end, not many runs coming from it. This match seems to be in a bit of a holding pattern for the moment. Woodward, the right arm medium bowler, is
Wait.
getting right in and behind it. Nice solid defence.
still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through. Marshall watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on.
This has been a famous victory. For much of the match, we didn't know who was going to win, but in the end, a deserved victory, I'd say.
That's all from us in the commentary box. It's been an amazing match. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope to see you soon.
Good morning to all.
The captain choosing to bowl first. We'll hope to take full advantage of these conditions. Should be plenty to get the bowlers interested. The two openers are going to need to keep their wits about them.
The umpire signal. Ferguson, the right armour, is coming into the attack from the south end.
That showed great skill, lovely timing. The boundary was the only place that ball was heading.
Don't need to do anything special. Line and length is the key here.
A little bit of wobble on that ball, as it's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot, though.
Nicked it. Couldn't get it through the field. Got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off. The over comes to an end. Not many runs coming off it. Both sides need to inject some life into this match. Really good innings comes to an end. That's going to be a tough total to chase. Someone's going to need to step up with a big score. The openers are coming out. It's a very gettable total. They just need to get off to a good start and not give anything silly away. It's the silly stuff that could give the bowlers a sniff in this match. A new batter always likes to feel bat on ball as they bring a bit of nervous energy to the wicket. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder. Collects that one, simple as you like inside the ring.
The batting team are now 30 for 2.
A Hearn from the centre. Ouch, that looked nasty. End of a really good over. Gets a wicket and really slowing down the scoring pace. That's a strong appeal. What's the umpire's decision? Finds the fielder with that shot.
That was a tremendous delivery. Fizzed through to the wicketkeeper. No more short balls this over.
And another defensive shot.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
The bowler and the slips have really gone up here. They like it. The left arm pace bowler. Doesn't beat the infield. Everyone's gone up.
As they head back to the pavilion, they'll be wishing...
The right armour is coming into the attack.
Well, you never knew which...
Hello and welcome.
Going to bat first. Well, a bit of a surprise call. Can't see the benefit in...
Someone different now. Ferguson, the right-arm medium bowler, is coming into the attack from the south end.
Wait. Yes. Yes.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Dodson watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Waiting.
Was quick onto that in the infield.
Wait.
Square cut, finds point, no run. Another really good over comes to an end. The batters just haven't been able to cut loose in the last few overs.
They just haven't got going, have they? It's been a great bowling performance, though.
Ferguson from the south end. Shot, textbook pull shot, and that's racing away to the boundary. Brilliant.
The gap was left open for them and they were happy to oblige. Picked it early, got into position well, and punched it to the boundary.
Boundary last delivery. Is that the sign they're trying to push the run rate?
Might look to go big again here.
Wait.
Brilliant diving stop. Edge, but it drops safely. That's a strong appeal. What's the umpire's decision? Time to follow up after such a great delivery. Pitch it on a length is obviously the way to go. And finds the inside edge. Well bowled. That's a confident appeal. Let's just see if they can get that ball up into the slot as before. It's so crucial. You've got to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
End of the 12th over. The score is now 59 for 3.
Ferguson coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble. Straight to the fielder. That is huge, enormous, massive, gigantic. Take your pick.
Just missed the line. Not the worst delivery, but that was dispatched with interest. Everyone just watched that in awe.
This delivery just needs to be pitched up on a length. Too short, and you're going to get punished on this pitch.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Wait.
Driven on the onside,
Into
but
the
straight to
20th
mid-wicket.
over. The score is now 103 for 3.
The right armour is coming into the attack from the north end. Edge, amazing delivery. Everyone's gone up. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great ball, that last one, to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Edged, unplayable. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? Just got to follow up that last delivery. Found the edge, but no reward, but putting pressure on the batter. Finds the edge. Massive outside edge. Bowled. Oh, no luck at all there on that one.
It's another wicket. It's the fourth now. Sometimes you've just got to accept that you couldn't do anything about a delivery.
The field will come up now, you'd think. Pressure should be on as the new batter strides to the middle. They'll be looking for another quick wicket.
Small watched it closely and let that go through to the keeper.
Ferguson finishes an economical over and walks away with a wicket, which was fully deserved. Oh dear, down the leg side and away for 4. That'll be 5 wides added to the score. Ferguson from the south end.
A little bit of wobble on that ball, as it's safely taken by the keeper. Not enough on it to entice a shot, though. Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder.
Waiting.
Finds the fielder with that shot. End of the over. A good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Glanced away nicely, but fine short, fine leg.
Bowlers.
Cuts that off well in the infield. Ah, that's a biggie. Oh, that is huge. All the way for a maximum. And it's gone many rows deep. That last ball isn't something you want to repeat of. You don't want to be giving away easy runs. Dug that out well.
End of the 26th over. The batting team are now 120 for 5.
This bowler knows how to give the ball an
Change of bowling. The captain is going with the medium pacer.
Across the stumps and a flick of the wrist. It's wide of square leg. Could be 4.
You just can't give them that much width. You bowl out there and you get what you deserve.
Edge, but it drops safely. The whole team's gone up here. What's the umpire going to say? Couldn't get it through the field.
I think that's called for the front foot. Not by much, but that doesn't matter.
An effort ball and called for the front foot. At least they've got an extra ball to go for that wicket. Oh my, that's just flown off the middle.
Pick the slower ball right away. Wasn't a bad delivery, but dispatched to the boundary with ease.
Leon, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Crack! Head was completely still and they've struck that hard, high and long for 6. Do they go full? Do they go short? A lot to ponder this delivery after the boundary. Lovely cover drive, but straight to the extra cover fielder.
End of
Ferguson will be pleased with their work in that over. Kept the batters under pressure very, very well. It's something they do so well. Ferguson from the south end. Edged.
Hazard!
Massive appeal. Might have just been missing though. Edged. What a ball.
Waiting.
Oh, I thought that was passing, but a fantastic dive to cut it off.
Still honing in on their lines. The batter happy to let it go through.
Perfectly timed. Oh wow, that is out of here. That could be out of the ground.
You give that much width and you are asking for trouble. That was so well timed, it flew over the boundary.
That's the end of a very good over. Great pressure being...
Waiting. Yep.
Too straight and punched through the leg side.
Overstepping, just a little too eager on that delivery. 4 overthrows. Oh, that throw was unnecessary, and as it turns out, pretty costly.
Ferguson overstepped by a fair way. You don't want to be giving away extra deliveries too often. Edge, amazing delivery. Goes over the top with that shot.
Yeah. Keeper's end.
Drive straight down the ground. Mid-on will collect that one though. Was quick onto that in the infield.
End of the 38th over. The batting team are now 196 for 5.
Wait.
Loves them there. Hooked away, and that'll be a maximum. Oh, and a nice catch by the young lad in the crowd.
That just drifted a bit and pounced on. Hit high and mighty. They'll be really happy with that. This has been a great knot, using all the shots available, plenty of boundaries, and not really giving the bowlers much of a look in. Wonderful 100. This is crucial. 12 from 2, and maybe there's a bit of a momentum shift.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have to be very happy with that last shot.
A lovely short ball, just keeping them honest. Still got a chance to use another one in this over.
Doesn't beat the infield. Ferguson has kept the pressure on in this over. Just needs to maintain the momentum going forwards. Fielding restrictions now in place. Now, great opportunity to prove the critics wrong. Certainly needs to build an innings for the team. Now, the batter's made a bit of a meal of that delivery.
The batting team are now on 60 for 2.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring. Out, straight to deep long on. Didn't have to move at all for that one. Oh, great work. Held their nerve while the ball was in the...
That's it. They're all out. Amazing bowling display. I feel...